On the previous episode of Charity Shops, Trades and Carboot Sales, I bought a few things, and you probably saw that I sold or traded a few things also. You see, I set myself a challenge to start over again with merely €20 in the aim to see is it possible to begin again on a budget, just like I did all those years ago. I even set myself some rules. Each episode, if a profit is made, will be carried forward and transferred into the funds for the next episode. But if an item hasn't been sold or traded, then the cash just isn't available to me. Similarly, if the cash or trade bet runs out, then the challenge is over. Want to see what happens next? Then come join me on my journey in the latest episode of Charity Shops, Trades and Carboot Sales. A drum kit? Oh my god, that's so cool! Welcome back to Charity Shops, Trades and Carboot Sales, everybody. I haven't been around charity shops in such a long time. It's been a few months now at this stage. There has been a couple of reasons. One has been temptation, that I've been trying to save money towards another pet project that I have, that I will explain in future. But I also have held on to the money that I have accumulated for this. Some of it has gone towards other stuff that I've bought that I'll reveal in a mail call and things people gave me video. Other stuff has just been put away. I haven't really been trading much of the stuff that I have. I did a couple of giveaways recently. I've been kind of closing down on exactly what I'm collecting and kind of minding my money and kind of doing things like that. So now I'm back, and the main reason I'm actually back is that I got a phone call from a girl that holds on to stuff for me inside in town, and she said if I don't come in, that they're actually going to sell it on, that they can't kind of hold it for me any longer, which in fairness to her, I'd actually forgotten that I'd asked her to hold stuff for me, and it has been quite a while, and she's really good for doing so. So that will be the last clip at the end of the video. But I just said I'd have a quick look and see was there anything else in the rest of the shops I was going around. I did pick up the Tetris game, I didn't pick up G.I. Joe, I did pick up this manga book, I did pick up the DS games. Some of them I gave to my niece. One of the games that I picked up I gave to my nephew. Other games, I got some PS3 games that I don't think are actually in this. I gave those to my nephew also. But yeah, I'm trying to be more picky about what I get, even if I don't have it in my own collection from now on. If I can't flip it or trade it, it probably won't be coming home with me, so some other lucky person is probably going to grab it. I really need to stop buying PC games. I'm not a PC gamer, and I have so many PC games at the moment. I actually said in one of my other videos that if anybody wants them, just hit me up and they're welcome to them. I know someone has already bagged a couple of them, just a couple of individual titles, so what I might do is actually stick that in the description. Here again, just out of pure curiosity, board games were massive in this episode. I seem to have come across board games in at least like 2 or 3 of the shops. I haven't actually cut the video together that all of the board games are in it, but these kind of ones are the older ones and just stuff that was interesting. I had a quick look on my phone and I couldn't find kind of a solid price. Stuff, Joe, that you just couldn't make kind of a good flip on it or anything like that. And at the end of the day, this is all about kind of trying to forward my personal collection, which unfortunately has come to a grinding halt at the moment. It will kickstart again soon, but I just need a couple of more bits of equipment for my, as I mentioned previously, other project. All will be revealed in the future, but I'm really excited about getting starting it. If you've any interest in kind of the more obscure kind of gaming items, this should be right up your alley. A couple of my friends know about it, because I've kind of lined them up to kind of help me and stuff. So there will be other involvement. There will be people from other channels kind of maybe doing a couple of guest spots and stuff in it, but it's something that I'm really looking forward to and I'm really excited about. But back to this, yeah, as you can see, more board games and just stuff that I just said I'd look at. I was literally, to be honest, I didn't expect to find much. I hadn't been out in a while, people weren't really holding on to anything for me. So it was literally just a shot in the dark to see what was out there. I did find a couple of interesting things, I have to admit. Like these, there was old PlayStation magazines. One of them, the one that you'll see here now in a second, is actually from the magazine before the PS2 was actually released. So it was an interesting read. I've actually since, given it to a friend of mine, Joe, and he is a massive PS1 collector, but he also has interest, as you can imagine, in anything to do with PlayStation, so that's right up his alley. I also found a couple of things that a friend of mine might be interested in. I didn't buy this, I just love any of these missing in translation books. I found a couple of items that weren't on camera that I gave to other people. I also donated a couple of games. One of my local charities is closing down, I found out on my walk around. Because of that, they won't actually feature in this. The shop is actually pretty much cleared out, but it was one that I usurped supply stuff or give stuff to before, that people, oh, this is a massive find. Unfortunately, one of the buttons was broken on it, but I since fixed it. It was €10 for a keyboard, and it normally retails for about $80. It's a solid wood keyboard. They're, to my knowledge, they're fairly obscure. I'd never seen one in person before. I wouldn't pay €80 for a keyboard if it wasn't a gaming keyboard. But it looks pretty cool. I fixed it, as I said. I actually gave it as a present to a friend of mine. This, again, I'd normally buy these kind of things, but I really need to cut down. It was also in Spanish, so it was wasted on me. So if anybody out there speaks Spanish, John, I'm looking at you if you're watching the video. Feel free to hit me up and I will get it for you. This I thought was also pretty strange. There was someone selling off, they must have collect kind of fast food restaurant hats. They were selling them off for 50 cents each, but in my own mind, I feel if you do want to wear one of those hats, you should earn it. You should have to go through the bother of having to deal with probably the most insensitive and annoying customers you'll ever come across. They just want everything to be so, and the retail people, they just don't get enough thanks, and just people in general kind of really just don't treat people kind of fast food staff in my country anyway. They just don't treat them well. Kind of, they're treated like dirt, especially after nights out. It's like a war zone. This is something that someone told me that they had a bag of PSP games put in the back for me. They did, but they were terrible. Absolutely terrible. So now we're on to the final shop. This is the person that actually rang me. I said I would have a quick look around while she was in getting the bag from the back, and she didn't disappoint at all. There was some absolute savage stuff inside there. There was a bunch of Wii games, a couple of PC games I didn't take. The Wii games were spotless, absolutely spotless, which I was amazed by. The majority of Wii games, Wii's are generally owned by children. It's a fabulous system, but they are, and because of that, most of the discs are scratched. But these were absolutely spotless, like spotless now. There wasn't a scratch in any of them. There was also some other games that she said that she'd bring out that weren't in the bag. A couple of Xbox 360 games, and just wanted to know whether or not I'd be interested in them in general. I'm interested in anything. She knows I am, and they held on stuff for me. I was so glad that she took her time and kind of went through everything and really did hold on to it for me. I know for a fact she stole other stuff. We had a discussion about it afterwards, but like, she did hold on to stuff that she thought that I would be interested in. So even if I wasn't interested in the title, or if I knew that I wouldn't really flip it, I took all of them. She did a really good deal for me. She actually charged me €1 go, the max pay, and even though the disc was missing, I actually took it. There were some really good titles in there too. The Star Wars Battlefront, Wolfenstein, a couple of the Wii games. They were pretty big titles, and even though I haven't got a massive Wii collection, it kind of dwindled my interest in it, and I just have the games I like. I started picking up a couple of them now because they are actually starting, over here anyway, they're starting to get rare to find in the wild. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good week. Each episode of Charity Shops Trades and Carboot Sales is shot live on location over the space of a week. This is often over 2 days and is then lovingly edited to the bare minimum for you, the viewing public. As always, if there was anything in this episode that you're interested in, don't hesitate to contact me in the comments below or through NES Collector's Trading Post. It's my personal page on Facebook and generally up to date with everything that's available.